Hey everybody, this is Sai from Forge Physio, and today we're going to go over what we call an upper body roll. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to relax as much as possible and create segmental rotation throughout our arm, our upper back, and then our lower limb, and then reverse essentially the position. So this is a great drill that I have learned through David Gray, and to just kind of create more of a relaxed breathing position to create rotation in that back. A lot of people, when they do this, they hold their breath and they try to create a bunch of muscular tension, and when you do that, it stiffens everything up. So the cue of like being a bag of water, so if you kind of like flop one end of the bag of water, the further in will eventually move, right? Because the water is moving in and around the bag. So if you just go onto your back, and you're gonna have your arms just gently resting. And then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reach across my body as far as I can. And I'm keeping my right heel down. So as I reach, eventually I'll get to this point to where I'm rotating, and I'm thinking about keeping my shoulders back behind, like my left shoulder back behind me as far as I can. And then my hips start to fall over. And then I want to bring that top leg to the ground. And that's my bottom, that's my in position essentially. So if this really bothers your bottom shoulder, you can bring your hand out away from you a little bit. Okay, or we simply just don't rotate as far. And then now when I go to reverse this, I want to start with my leg and try to keep this arm behind me as long as possible. So I'm going to just simply brace with my hand a little bit. Once I clear my leg, I don't have to brace with my hand as much. And I'm gonna put my heel down, and I'm gonna think about starting at my heel, working to my knee, and then into my right hip, trying to bring my right hip back to the ground. And then I'm thinking about like keeping this hand behind as long as possible as it's dragging across the floor. And then my hip's gonna hit the ground, and then my low back, mid back, upper back, and then my shoulder comes back across. So as you do each rep, you should feel more and more comfortable being able to create the rotation without having a bunch of muscular resistance. And this is a drill that's gonna feel a little bit goofy for a lot of you, because you're gonna really have a hard time creating the roll without rolling like a log, meaning everything's gonna wanna roll together, and you're gonna wanna feel very tense, and you're gonna wanna push off your feet when you're reaching across with your hand. And then when you go to reach back with your foot, you're gonna wanna push really hard with your hand into the floor. Do whatever you can to reduce that. Be playful with it. Make sure that you're breathing while you're doing the drill.